Straighten that up a little bit. Okay, this is the RPG version, the single player version of the Pokemon trading card game where you battle, catch Pokemon to eventually build a team strong enough to defeat the gym leader Pokemon, which is one of these. That's my gym leader deck that I'm fighting against. Let's see, I'm going to pull up my stream.
Obviously, no Iron Throne exists.
Let's go check out the stream comments. So I'm going to be helping you out. If you want to learn how to play, you can get the rulebook on the website, and I will help you. Let's see. How do I view my videos? Here we go. Okay. Here we go. Okay. Here we go. All right, that was my echo. All right, let's get started. I'm going to draw my 3 commons to start. So my 3, 2 fires. That's not great. I like the Sizzlipede. Swablu is going to go at the front. I'm putting Swablu at the front because he's colorless, which means he can block really good. He don't have any strong attacks like Sizzlipede's elemental energies, but he'll block every turn. He's got good resistance too. Okay, let's decide. I'm going to start with a common. That's a pretty good common to get. 70 HP. Anything above 60 is good. 70 HP is good. He's got an elemental attack. He's a great first Pokemon to get on your team. All right, we draw 7 energies for our hand. Let's see. Looks like I'm definitely using Swablu this turn. So I'll block for 2. And I'll attack for my 1 energy attack. I will discard these 3 at the end of the turn because I don't want them. But I will do 10 to him. For my colorless, it does 10 damage. If it was elemental, it would do 20, but it's only colorless, so it does 10. And then he will do 30 damage minus 10 minus 10, so he'll do 10 damage to me. All right, I'm going to discard these 3 from my hand and retain the one that I want so that I can draw more and hopefully get either some more fires or just fires, actually. Those are the only energy types I can use at this point for any good damage. So do I want to... I'm going to probably get rid of Score Bunny at some point, so I'm going to sponge him a little bit, meaning I'll let him take a little bit of the damage I normally would be taking against a team. I'll just let him take it, and I'm going to block with him. So I'll do 30. I'm doing Flare for fire and a darkness. The fire does 20, and the colorless does 10, which totals to 30. So I'm going to do 30 damage. Bringing him up to 40. Not even going to block, which means he's going to do the full 30 damage to me. But I don't care because I'm not going to keep Score Bunny. I'm going to discard these 3 at the end of the turn because I don't want them in my hand. 2, 4, 5, 6. We can attack with Score Bunny, or we could catch him. I want to try to catch him, so I'm going to discard 1 energy for his retreat cost to retreat him. And put up Swablu, because Swablu is a great blocker, and if we miss the throw, he can still block. So I'm going to block with these 2, because I can block with any energies for a colorless Pokemon, because he's colorless. I don't have to type match. And then I will discard 3 energies to throw a Pokeball. He's at half health, so I need to roll an even number. It should be 2, 4, or 6. Yeah, that's an even number. So we will add Swablu to our team, keeping the damage on him. We got a Psychic. That's great. Okay, I want to go for a... Let's see. I'm going got a 30 attacker and a 40 attacker. I'll go for an uncommon. Let's see what we get. Ooh, that's good. I need to do 60 damage here to get him to half health so I can catch him, because I want him for sure. And I also get one free attack from my resistance. So my resistance is -30. So one of his attacks won't do anything. So I get a free first turn. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The way that resistance and weakness work in this game is weakness is always applied. Any resistance is a one-time effect. Whether it's coming from me or coming from them, it applies one time, and it's on the first attack. Obviously, it would be. So that's an easy way to remember. It's just your first attack is not going to do any damage if there's resistance. I'm going to, let's see, he's weak to Sableye, which means I can do some good damage with him. So I'm going to discard one here. And luckily, Sableye has 2 attacks, which means that I can do a full block and do 10 damage for this colorless, which I can use any energy for. But he's weak to me, so that 10 damage turns into 20. So I'm going to do 20 to him. Get a little chip damage in. And I got to do 40 more, which I can do with Sizzlipede to get him into catching range. And he's going to do 10 to me. I'm blocking with 2 energies, which means they block for 10 each. So I'm only taking 10 damage. Now, Sableye is 1 attack away from dying. I don't like to have him at 20 or 10 health, but he should be good. We only really need to worry about their health if they're 10 away. 20 is something to be concerned about, pay attention to it, but once they're at 10 health, then it's a guaranteed knockout no matter what, because you're always going to take at least 10 damage. Ooh, another fire. That's great. That means I can block fully with Sizzlipede. So I will discard 1 energy for his retreat. And then I will move up. And then I will play that. So I will do 40, which brings him up to 60. And then he will do 10 to me, which is not bad. Now he's in catching range with health. Health has to be at 50% to catch. If it's any higher than 50, then you got to roll a 6, which is tough. I did it last night, though. It was really great. I caught a, what was it? It's a Darkness Obstagoon, I think it was. Stage 2 Obstagoon with I just rolled the first die. For some reason, I had that. I didn't have an option. I don't think I could have attacked or something. And so I just rolled to see what would happen, and I caught it right away, which is awesome because he had 170 HP, which in the game, you're trying to manage health. And usually any Pokemon you add to your team past your starters are going to have probably half health or less, which is fine as long as they have a good enough health bar to take some damage, because you're really taking only 10 damage roughly, sometimes 20, sometimes 30, but you're not taking much damage every turn. So 170 was wild to have. Kind of made the game. I kind of won because of that, because I could use Obstagoon for so much sponge damage. But anyways, let's draw 6 and try to catch this guy. Okay, so looks like we can block with Swablu here. He's a great guy to have up front in the very beginning because he can do a lot of our blocking. So I'll block for 2, and then I'll discard these 3 to try and catch. So let's hope for an even number. 50 now. So I'll still take 10 damage here. I didn't catch, so take a hit, and I will draw again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so we'll do the same thing. We'll block again for 2, and then we will throw these 3 out. Yeah, we'll throw those 3 out for a throw. 50 again, that's not good, so we'll take a hit again. Come on, Hitmonlee. Okay, so we will block again and throw again. I don't like taking 10 damage every turn. 30. Did I knock this? No, I think he had 10. So I'll take another 10. Oh my gosh, Swablu's he's 10 away from health. So he will die next turn if I don't catch, which is really unfortunate. So I'm actually going to swap him out and let Score Bunny take some of this damage. I should have actually done that a lot sooner. So we'll let Score Bunny take some. I'm not even going to block with him because I don't care. I will discard these 3 to throw. And it's a 20, which is perfect. So I catch him. Okay. Let's see. Who do I want? I think I'm going to go for another uncommon. No, I want some trainer cards actually to start mitigating some of this damage. So actually, you know what? We'll do an uncommon because we don't like it. We'll just knock it out. Oh, I like it though. I like it. It's good. So Double is a great defender. He's got great health. And because he's colorless, he can use any energies for attack or for defending. So he's got a pretty much guaranteed 20 block every turn if you have it, which you generally do. And he can do either 10 damage or 30, which is great. So let's catch him. He's weak to fighting too, which means that we can use Hitmonlee to get his health down fairly quickly. We got to get 70 damage on him. My low sweep will do 40 because it'll do 10 plus 10 times 2. Or I could do 20, which is 40. 50 times 2, which is 100. I don't want to do 100 damage to him. That's too much. So I think I'm going to use Sableye first. Reason being, I can full block with Sableye to mitigate damage. And then I can come in with Hitmonlee when I've got more fighting energies. I hope I get one next turn. Okay, so I'm going to full block here, and then I will attack with Corner, which does 30 damage, 20 for the elemental and 10 for the colorless. So 30 damage. Oops. I'll get that later. And then I will take 10. And that puts Sableye in a bad position. 10 away from dying. All right. 1, 2, 4, 5. Nice. We drew another fighting. So let's get Sableye out of there. 1 energy discard for his retreat cost. And then we will block for 2. And then he will allow us to attack with his low sweep for 2 colorless energies, which does 10 plus 10 for the 2 colors times 2, which is 20 times 2 is 40. So he will be at 70 health, right where we want him. I generally want to get him right at the 50% point because when I take him on my team and he has damage, I want that to be the lowest as possible. So you can't just annihilate them if you're going to catch them. So he's going to do 10 to me. See, there's a 70 on there. All right, now he's ready to catch. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can't use Swablu for our catch this turn because he will die. Although, what good is he as an attacker, right? What I'm going to do, though, is use Score Bunny. Because Score Bunny can full block, and he's the real sponge. So we'll full block, and then we'll pay 3 to throw. Looking for evens. There so he'll take 10 damage, and we will not catch. We'll try again. Okay, so Score Bunny can 1 block. We'll discard these 3 to throw. 20, that's great. I kind of do those little limpy rolls because so many times I just knock the dice and I forget what their health was. And that's really frustrating. So I just do these little limpy rolls. Even that one could have knocked the dice away. But anyways, we got double. That's great. He's got 60 health, which is a lot in this game. So now we want to probably take another, let's see. Let's just fight a basic and get a trainer. I want to do that because I'm willing to sacrifice Swablu. He's only got 10 health left, and I have no trainers. And if I tried to replace him by catching another, then I would lose that advantage of being able to sacrifice him and then catch an ad anyway. So I'd rather have him sacrificed in some kind of way. So I need to do 70 damage, and he's weak to grass. I don't have any grass. So I could do a double attack for 30, full blocked, and then that would mean I need to do 40. So I could attack with 40 here. I don't have any fires. Let's discard these 2 and try to draw. Let's see what we draw. That'll actually help me determine. Yeah, she need to do a 30 and a 40 to knock him out. All right, so I'm going to draw 3. To make my hand 7. You'll never have more than 7 cards in your hand. You always draw up to 7. Okay, so we're going to get Score Bunny out of there. Throw in double. We will block for 2 with double, and then we will do, let's use those 3. Let's keep this for Sizzleipede and hope that I get a couple more, at least. Well, no, I can just attack next turn and knock him out. No worries, because I don't have the block. So I will do 30 to him, and he will do 10 to me, and then we'll knock him out next turn, guaranteed, with this fire energy. 5, 6. I do not want to add him to my team. He's not that great. At this point, now that I have these type of attackers, I mean, as an initial catch, he'd probably be pretty good because he could defend really well, and he has a 20 attack with that elemental energy up there. In case you haven't read the rules, you don't look at any of the damage amounts or the text. It's just the cost of the energy will tell you how much to calculate the damage for. His first attack is an elemental, so it does 20. This one also does 20, but it gives you the opportunity to use any darkness energy you have in your hand for blocking. So he's a good first round, but I've got a great team. He'd be a good replacement for Swablu or Score Bunny. I really want some trainers though, so forget about it. I might regret this decision, but I think we'll come across some better options here in the future. So I'll use Combustion to do 40. That's 1 fire, so 20 plus 10 plus 10 is 40. That knocks him out. That's easy enough. First knockout. So we'll flip over one of our trainers. Your trainers do one of 3 things. They can heal 30 from 1 Pokemon on your team, 10 from everybody, or let you discard and redraw your hand for new energies. If it's full, you have all 3 trainers out, then as soon as you knock out somebody, you get to activate one of those immediately. And your trainer cards can be anything. I have a Rocket Remote or Rocket Receiver, I think it might be. A Kofu. I just like these because they look cool. You can use any trainer cards you want to represent these. And I'll keep my Kofu out because I like the way he looks. He's a cool card. He's only $1. I think I bought like 5 of them because I just like them. But anyways, let's keep drawing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, I'm supposed to, before I look at that, I'm supposed to pick before I draw. So I'm going to pick a rare, which is, rares are hit or miss. Sometimes, I mean, the only time you really get into like the 4 or 5 energies are in the rares. But a lot of times the rares can also just be a really weak Pokemon with no good attacks. And so rares are interesting. Generally, the commons and uncommons are pretty stable in how many energies they have for attacks and their health, things like that. Commons are usually 60 to 70, sometimes 80. Uncommons are usually 90 to 130, roughly. And rares, I mean, you can have some really weak rares, but you can, I mean, that's where your most powerful ones are in the rare pile. Like Onyx or Obstagoon or some of those guys that have tons of health, tons of attack power. Let's see what we get. Not so good Archeotops. His attacks are terrible. Wish I hadn't done that. Also trying to think of a game mechanic where I can skip one that I don't like. I thought about maybe using trainers for that, but I don't know. That seems kind of like a waste. I don't know if I'd ever use that. But let's see here. I'm getting rid of Score Bunny, so I could just let him go. I need to do 130 damage here. So where am I going to get that from? This is 50. Gosh, he requires so much to attack, though. I think I'm going to save up, try to get 4 fighting energies in my hand. And in that time, I'll use Double to see if I can't make that happen. So I'll retreat Sizzlipede. I could have just put Double up there to start the battle because when you have nobody in the enemy active spot, you can swap whoever you want into the active spot. I should have put Double up there. I forgot to do that, but that's an option I had. But I forgot. Let's see. And now I don't have enough energy to full attack and full block. So we'll just block. Oof, and I wanted to keep that fire too. And I'm taking double. So he does 60 to me. This is not good. I didn't see that coming. Yikes. In fact, that's a full knockout if I don't block at all. I might have to just... Yikes, I made a bad move. So I'm going to actually retreat him and just let Swablu take the hit. Bye, Swablu. Actually, you know what? Swablu has resistance. So Swablu, once per battle, will be able to block a full fighting attack. So there we go. That's the turn. I've still got my 2 fighting and my fire in hand. So I'll do 10 damage. And I'll full block with his resistance. I'm trying to figure out a way I can mark that in the game without having to add any more materials. Not sure how to do that. But I mean, I don't know. All right, let's see if we can get some more fighting energies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, no, 4. No more fighting energies. Do I sacrifice Score Bunny now? Yes, I do sacrifice Score Bunny. Okay. I noticed here that he also has fighting resistance, so I could really use him as well. So maybe not Score Bunny. Let's put up Sableye and use his resistance once. And I'll discard this at the time that I need to, but I will do 30 damage, which brings him up to 40. And we will block with our resistance once. Now that resistance is gone, we'll be taking full damage. Let's see. Let's 1, 2, 3 to draw. Okay, I did not get any fighting, but I got some fire. So let Score Bunny do some stuff here. Discard this for his 1 retreat cost. Score Bunny will come up. And then I will do 30 damage and block 1 so that I don't die. So I can use him again. So he'll do 30, which brings that up to 70. And he will do 20 to me. The Score Bunny's doing us some favors here. 2, 3, 4. We'll draw 4. Yes, another fighting. We've already used up our resistances. Nobody else has any resistance. So let's see. I need to do 60 damage. And nobody on my team does 60, which is, 60 is rare. You're rarely going to find one that does 60. That's a powerful guy. I had a Doug Trio last night. Here he is. That did 60. But that is pretty strange energy cost. A lot of times you'll see it, like I had an Onyx the other day that had 2 elemental fighting energies, and then it needed 2 additional colorless, which did 60 total, which was really great for me. But let's see. I can do 2450 with Hitmonlee. I guess I just sacrifice Score Bunny. Or I could... No, I'll sacrifice Swablu. Let's do that. I will... Let Swablu take some heat here. Let him do 10, and then I can knock out next turn. So we'll do 10 here. He'll knock out Swablu. Bye-bye, Swablu. So then we'll draw 2. And I will throw up Hitmonlee for the finish. 2, 3. And that does 50. 20 plus 20 plus 10 is 50. So he's out. And we get another trainer card, which is great. It's kind of a challenging battle, but that's why it's so important to have a lot of different types, because then you can really take advantage of those weaknesses. I've always been curious why the Pokemon Company in their trading cards did such strange weaknesses and resistance. You rarely see resistance. And the weaknesses are sometimes sporadic. Sometimes it's things you wouldn't expect. And it leaves out things you would expect. So, but it doesn't really make much of a difference in my game. They still are pretty effective and advantageous. So let's discard this one. I don't care about that. And should we draw another rare? I'm tempted to. Especially with this double. Double is really great for catching. He's one of the last guys I'll get rid of. He won't be that helpful in the gym leader battle, just because he'll be taking 30 every turn. So maybe he's good for 2 turns. So I'm not going to keep him, but I'll get rid of him last because he'll help me catch a lot of guys. So we'll do another rare. Ooh, check that out. Okay, so Stint to Scorch is way better than Sizzlipede or Score Bunny, but he's another fire. So I do want to catch him though. This will just turn into a longer game. 3, 4. Wish I had a water Pokemon. That'd be great. So I need to do 70 damage to him to get him where I need him. So we'll do 30 with Score Bunny first, because we don't care about Score Bunny. I could just sacrifice both Sizzlipede and Score Bunny in this attempt. Nah. I'm going to keep these 3 because I have Pokemon that use these 3. And I will do 30 damage to him, which means I need to do 40 more. And I bet you Sizzlipede can do that damage for me next turn. And then Score Bunny, bye-bye. So back to like weakness and resistance, what's missing there. So I don't think I've ever seen resistance on fire or like a resistance of water. The resistance is always usually fighting or grass. I would have loved to have seen the Pokemon Company put all the types in the resistance, but I've also thought about making little tiny stickers that you can put on the cards too, but I don't know. That way, I feel like everybody should have a resistance and a weakness. So if it's missing, you could just put a little sticker on there for fun. That would make the game a lot more fun. But I have so many cards; it would take forever. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we want to do 40 damage to him, which again we can do with this guy. So let's just do it. And I actually should have put him out there before I drew, but I knew I was going to do it anyways. So we will do 40, which brings him up to 70. And now he is catchable. He's going to do 30 to us, but we don't care. We're replacing you, Sizzlipede. Okay, I'll draw 2 more, and then I have to shuffle for my last card. So part of the reason why I say in the rule book to put sleeves on the energies is because it makes it really easy to shuffle them. Okay, we'll need 1 more. All right, so we got 7 cards. Now we want to try to catch. So should we use double to help us catch? I think yes. I'd love to keep Sizzlipede as a sacrifice for later. Especially if we can full block with double. So we'll full block double. And then unfortunately we have to get rid of some of these. I'll get rid of these 3 that I saved up. It's okay. 10. So we'll take 10 damage. And then we'll draw 6. Okay, we'll block for 2, and then we'll throw for, keep that fire. Throw for 3, let's try again. 20, we got him. All right. Welcome, welcome, Scorch. A lot of fires this time around, didn't expect that. Okay, so we've got 40 health here. We've got 60, 50, 30, and 10. I like Sableye, I kind of want to keep him healthy. I'm not willing to use a trainer card on him, though. He's not that special. I don't really care about healing 10 from everybody until it's the last second. So let's go for another rare. I usually go on commons most of the time, but I've been hitting pretty good with rares here. Let's see if we get a Machamp. That'd be awesome. No. I do not like Altaria on my team. Double is just a better Altaria. He's got 2 attacks, better health. Only real difference is in their weakness and resistance. Altaria has a good 30 for if I ever come across a fighting, he'll have a 1-time block, which is great, but double is still better. So we'll keep double. I don't want to spend the energy trying to 3, 4, 5, right? 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so double is going to come in handy here. He's still got 40 health. So I will attack for 3 and block for 2. So we'll do 30 damage. And he will do 10. Four, 5. So if I get him down to, if I get him up to 60 health, I can knock him out with Hitmonlee using one attack. Or I can knock him out, let's see, 20, 40, 50. This one does 60. So, and I have the energy for it next turn. So the question is, how do I do this with losing as minimal health as possible? So I probably should put my energies where you guys can see them. If I attack with double, I'll get him up to 60. And then I can kill him with Centiskorch. Or I could let, no, that wouldn't work. Yeah, that's how I got to do it. I was thinking about maybe sacrificing some of Sizzlepete's health, but he'll use up one of those energies and I need him. So let's attack for 3 and block for 2. So he'll take 30, bringing him up to 60 health. And then we'll take 10. And now I'm slightly worried about double. Slightly worried. But we'll get him next turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Another fire. Awesome. So let's retreat double. Get Centiskorch up there. And then we will knock out for 20, 40, 50, 60. And we get another trainer, which is awesome. We got all 3 of them now. I feel like I just want one more. I feel like I want a water or grass on my team. I don't think there are a lot of waters and grasses in the fighting deck here. I bet you there's a lot of fighting or grass and water uncommons. Ooh, a steel. And he does 40. He's got 100 health. He's got an extra attack. I like that. Let's catch him. And he's weak to fire, so I can really quickly get his health down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So I might use Sizzlepede here. I need to get him down to 50 health. Looks like both of my fire attackers are going to do way too much damage. This will do 80. This will do 20. This will do 20 plus 80 because it's doing double. And this will do 20, 40. This will do 120. This will just knock him out. And I could do it this turn. I'm kind of tempted to just knock him out for no health lost. That's a rare occasion. I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to knock him out and just try again for another one. I'll probably regret this. Am I going to regret this? Am I going to regret this? No. Go big or go home. We'll keep this. Let's use these two. Let's use these. Okay, so that knocks him out. And then we will heal 10 from everybody. Or do I want to heal 30 from one? I'll heal 10 from everybody. Everybody's got damage. All right, let's shoot again. I'm going to shoot into the uncommon pool again. Ooh, a darkness. I kind of like that too. Darkness has some good, especially with those 2 elemental attacks. He does either 30 or 50. He's weak to fighting, and he's got a good resistance too. So I like that guy. 1, 2, 3, 4. So he's weak to fighting, eh? And we want to get him down 40 health. Perfect, because I can attack with Hitmonlee to do that. I'm going to discard these 3 to retreat, Centiskorch. Then I will block for 1 and attack for my low sweep, which does 10 plus 10, which is 20, times 2, which is 40, which is exactly what we wanted to do damage-wise. 40. And it will take 20 damage. I had to check, make sure there was no weakness on me. So 20 damage would make that 80. And now we can catch him. Once we get this guy on the team, I think we might just go straight to the gym leader Pokemon. I had a psychic. I'll draw 2. And then I just shuffle to draw the rest. Okay, so I'm just catching, right? Who can I block good with? Double, yeah. Could also block with Sizzleipede since I don't care about him. Let's do that. I'm going to save as much health as I can. So Sizzleipede, we will block for 1 just because we can. And then we will discard these 3 for a catch roll. All right, let's pray for an even. 40, perfect. All right, our bench is full. Got 6 Pokemon on our team. All right. Do we replace Sizzleipede? I'm not going to replace Double. He's been too good, and I think my team's strong enough to handle it with these 3 strong attackers. I kind of want another colorless. Actually, I just want another type so that I can use energy more effectively. So I'm going to just go for let's see. I'm going to go for a rare now that I still have a sacrifice Pokemon. Yikes! Did not want that guy. Yikes. I'm tempted to just throw a dice and see if I roll a 6 again on this guy like I did last night. Yikes. Sableye weak to him. Heck, let's just roll a dice and see if we get a 6. After I draw, of course. Let's see if I can even block anyone. 2, 3, 4, 5. You know, I might just do that. I might just keep trying to sacrifice Sizzleipede to roll a 6. Let's roll a 6, baby. Oh my gosh. We rolled a 6, which is incredible. So we're just going to replace the Sizzleipede. Well, 2 games in a row, we first rolled a 6 on an Obstagoon. That's funny. Okay, well, I guess we can just sponge Obstagoon here. I don't really want to keep him on my team. I want to sponge him for the right Pokemon that I need because I can just 30 attack every turn until he's dead, even if I don't get block. Let's shoot for another rare. Didn't want that. Did not want that. But he's weak to me. Perfect. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, this is looking good. This is looking real good. So I'll do 60 every turn. And I'll take 20. 170 health added to your team's health pool is an insane amount, especially when you're working in increments of 10. 10 is a pretty powerful increment in this game. Every energy is roughly worth 10. They're powered up by the elementalness of a cost, but generally the cost variable for an energy is it's roughly around 10 HP of value. But anyways, we took 20, let's draw again. Let's just knock this guy out. I don't even care. I'm just going to take the full damage here. Don't even care. Just going to take the full damage. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. And then we'll just do it again and knock him out. Knocked out. And we will heal 10 from everybody. Which is so nice. Sableye coming back into the game with lower health. That's great. Okay, let's do another rare. Yikes, we didn't want that. We've already got that. And he's going to be hard to knock out. So let's just waste Obstagoon away. Speed things up. Block with Obstagoon. Then we will attack with Obstagoon for 30. And we will take 20. And then no. We will attack again for 30 and take 30. Again, we're just wasting Obstagoon because we like our. I've never said that name. Zuelis. Z-Wayless. I don't know. I'm going to say that. I can't remember if we did our damage or not. I think we did. $90 again. Actually, you know what? We'll block. We'll block a little bit. We can afford it because we're going to knock out with Hitmonlee next turn. So we'll do 30, making that 90. And then we will take 20, which makes that 110. And he still has 60 health. That's wild. Now I'm thinking I should have kept him and gotten rid of Zuelis. So we will retreat him. He's only got 50 health left. We can do 50 with Hitmonlee. We'll knock him out. And we'll heal 10 from everybody. It's a pretty strong team right here. It's not normal that you get your health down this good in the game. I mean, I could keep going and just keep knocking those health bars down. Do I want to do that? So I don't have an enemy active, so I can switch out whoever I want. I'm going to discard this because I don't have any use for it on my team. Let's draw 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Drawn 1. Okay. Another rare? What am I hoping for? Of water or grass? I'm probably not going to find that. Rares in my deck there, after I built it, they're generally darkness, psychic, fighting. There's really any grass in there. Let's go for an uncommon. Let's go for a rare. Screw it. Another Altaria. Did not want to see that. Okay. Obstagoon's doing us a lot of favors here with his health. We can't use Hitmonlee because his attacks are resisted just one time, but that's enough to kind of immobilize him a little bit. So let's just keep at it. And we'll take 30. So now we want to knock him out. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I can discard what I don't want. I'll discard that. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I need to do 50 damage to knock him out. Let's do that 50 damage then. Discard these two. And do 50. 50 damage. Knock him out. And then we'll heal 10 from everybody. We're about to lose Obstagoon. So we'll just pray that this last rare that we draw will be a team member. And if not, I'm probably just going to go for the... I won with 5 Pokemon last night. And I'm pretty sure... Let me see. Let me look at my old crew here. I also had a Centiskorch last night as well. My Vikavolt. Yeah, that's where I didn't have any colorless last night. But I had 5 type. So I did pretty good. And I got 2 block here for Obstagoon. Another. Really wishing I had a grass Pokemon this whole time. I've had a lot of grass weaknesses. So I will attack with these 3. Then he'll do 10 to me. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, let's see. Who am I throwing out there now? So he's got 90 health. Let's do another 30 with Obstagoon. And then we can knock him out. 60, and then we'll take... Oh, Obstagoon is dead. Who cares? Great job, Obstagoon. And then we will put up Centiskorch for a guaranteed knockout. Can I get rid of those 2? So Centiskorch will do 20, 20, so 20, 40, 50, 60. And that's enough. Perfect to knock him out. Everybody gets 30 health off. Dang. Team is looking hot. It's almost no damage. So we got 5 Pokemon that are extremely healthy. We got a colorless to help with our energy assignment. Yeah, if you don't have 6 Pokemon, you only have 5. Colorless is great because it just makes up for the lack of types. Let's see. Do I want to go for one more to all this health? Nah, I'm going to go straight for the gym leader. I feel strong enough. Okay. Who's it going to be? Who's it going to be? I'm hoping that it is weak to one of my typings and not strong against one of them. Let's do this one. And no, I don't have them memorized. Ooh, Dondozo. We do not have his weakness, and he has one of ours. So that's not good. Centiskorch is kind of a last-ditch attack effort. I didn't even want Centiskorch in the top there. In fact, don't want to cheat. But I was going to put double up there. My mistake. Let's just see what we get. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yikes. I think we need to keep these 2. Oh, we got a good hand, though, if I had done double. Who do I want to keep energies for? I'm thinking about just letting Centiskorch just take the hit. I mean, 60 damage is a lot, but this is a perfect hand. I can even attack with him. Yeah, let's do that. Let's use his top attack, which does 20, 40 damage. And we'll take 60. Worth it, I think. I think that was worth it. 2, 3. Another fighting. That's great. So let's get I do have to sacrifice one of my darkness that I wanted for Hitmonlee's big boy attack. Actually, sacrifice both. Oh, I'm actually wrong. So the Dondozo does 50 damage each, so it should have been 100 damage here. So that actually knocked me out at 130. I had 30 health and he did 100 and he knocked me out. So that actually stinks, but now I'm fighting with 4. Okay. So he's going to do 40 damage to me. This just got bad really quickly. I can attack with him again, though. Wait, didn't I attack with him last turn? Why does he only have 40 health? I don't think I did the damage to him. I didn't. So I did 20, 40, 50. I did 50, so he should be at 90. Thought I was missing something. Okay. And then we can do that attack again if we wanted to. We would just take 50 damage, which would not knock us out. And that's really good. So we will discard, we'll attack for 50, bring him up to 110, and then he will get us 1 away from death. And now I can use my trainer cards if I want to heal up. That's given me a little bit of resolve. So I'll discard 3s. 3, I don't want those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can attack with Hitmonlee again, and I think that I will because he's 10 away from dying. Even if I healed him up with all 3 of those. So I'm going to do 50 again, so that's 160. And we'll die. Yeah, even if I healed all 3, he'd still die. So he's just going to die. Now these trainer cards are looking more like spot 30 heals to keep these guys alive. Because I only need to do 100 more damage, and I can pretty much do that with double. 2, 3, 4. Oof, I'm going to attack with him. 1, 2, 3, block. Discard. So I'll do 20, 50. Brings up to 210. And now he's only 50 away from dying, so I'll take 40. I pretty much got him. In fact, he's got 210. I just need to do 50 damage, right? Yeah, I can do it right here. Boom, game 1. Knocked him out. With a 3 Pokemon team, I knocked him out. That's a good game. Again, if you want to learn how to play this game, I'm going to try to play it every day on stream, or you can go to my website. There's a free rule book on there. It's on all of my social media pages. You'll find it very quickly. The password of the website is Quick Attack, and all the rules and how to play are there. But I will see y'all tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Oh, we have a guest. Hello. Didn't realize we had somebody. So this is a RPG version of the Pokemon trading card game. It's single player, and you battle and catch Pokemon to build a team strong enough to defeat one of the gym leader Pokemon, which are just usually EXs, and I use the double rares because they're cheap. I got a lot of them, so they're really great for gym leader Pokemon, but it's a single player game, and you catch and battle. I caught these to add to my team. You use trainers to heal. You draw energies to attack and defend, and throw Pokeballs and things like that. It's quite fun. So if you have any questions about it, feel free to ask any questions, or if you want to just go look at the rule book and play yourself, all you need is bulk cards, some energy cards, some bulk Pokemon, and you can play. I have these nice energies or these nice trainers because I like them. They're my favorite trainer cards that I have. But you can just use basic trainer cards. And then the rest of the cards are just bulk. The gym leader Pokemon are not bulk, right? EXs and double rares are not bulk, but they're so common. I mean, I get them for like 50 cents a piece at card shows. And usually when you open an ETB, you get one. And luckily enough, an ETB is all you need to play this game. It has all the materials. It has the energy cards, the sleeves for the energy cards. It has all the Pokemon you need. It has at least 3 trainers and 9 packs, right? And you're pretty much, these days, you're going to get a double rare in one of those 9 packs. So you'll at least get one gym leader Pokemon. But yeah, an ETB is all you need to play. And we lost them. Have a great day, everybody. I will see you tomorrow. Again, if you want to look at the rulebook, it's free on my website. Until next time.